All right, it is a movement that has been around since the 1980s. Men teaching other men how to meet and date women. The pickup industry, as it's known, is now worth hundreds of millions of dollars, but as our next guest found out, it's not all about the love.
You know when a woman really knows that she wants you? When she recognizes that another woman likes you too. That's called a jealousy plotline. I used to leave a Gucci shoe, an old spare Gucci shoe at the door, and girls all say, who's that? I don't know, some girl left it sometime.
It works on girls who...
It sounds like stand-up, but that's a clip from the pickup game. It's playing at Hot Docs. Here to tell us more are co-directors Matthew and Barnaby O'Connor and dating coach Minnie Lane. Good to have you all here.
Good morning.
This is generating a lot of conversation. First of all, can you guys tell us what is the pickup industry?
Okay, so the pickup industry is an industry of men generally, although there are a few female coaches, and they run courses for other men and teach them how to, they promise a system that they guarantee success with women.
How do they guarantee it?
Well, I think in terms of how it actually is and like how it's packaged and the reality of it are obviously two different things, and that's something that we're trying to explore in the documentary.
How did you find out about it, and why did you decide to make a documentary about it?
Okay.
So, if I answer that question, we were aware of the book, The Game, that came out in sort of 2010.
This became a bit of a Bible for people.
It was a New York Times bestseller. We're sort of aware of it. And we were actually working on a short film a few years ago, and we met a lady actress whose job it was to be a conversational piece for some of these coaches. So essentially, she would go into a seminar and pretend to be, you know, a potential
target, as they're known in the documentary.
Indeed, yes. And the more that we kind of spoke to her, the more we looked into the industry, the more shocked we became at some of the tactics and some of the belief systems that these companies have. And we realized that we had to get this story out to a wider audience.
And it has been shocking, I think, as people learn more and more about it. Minnie, you work as a dating coach. This is an industry that's worth hundreds of millions of dollars. How is it able to thrive, given that it's not really mainstream?
Well, I think, you know, there are a lot of people looking for human connection and not really knowing the right way to go about that. And what the worst parts of this industry do is teach people sort of emotional and psychological manipulative tricks to get women into bed. And, you know, that is not the right answer. But there are other ways of doing things that are honest and better.
So some of the language, we mentioned this, they refer to women as targets. You know, one of the things that comes across is that it seems like women become dehumanized in these seminars, sort of like a conquest. Is that what this is? Is that it's just like a conquer mission? Is that what the focus of the seminars is?
I think one of the things with this documentary is this is an incredibly complex issue, and this is actually there's a lot here. There's a lot within. There's a lot that this industry kind of raises, and what we're trying to do is we're trying to take all of those issues and simplify it in a way that people can understand within the context of a sort of 90-minute documentary.
Initially, many people who might be seeking out something like this, at the root of this could be, you know, there's a number of reasons that someone would head to a seminar like this, but one of them could be loneliness.
Yeah.
The type of coaching that you do, very different than these seminars. What are some alternatives that you offer?
The alternative is being honest. You know, the pickup industry teaches people to sort of create an alpha male character that isn't really them, and then become comfortable playing that character. But you don't need to do that. You know, the better way of going about things is to teach people how to really be themselves and create connections with others by first creating a connection with themselves, developing their self-esteem and self-worth from the inside, learning conversation skills, learning how to listen, working out who they really are and what they really want. And, you know, that can get much better long-term results.
You guys, you know, spent a while studying this. How is it that they can have, you know, when they're teaching this, how is it that they find men who actually believe this? Who think that this is the right method?
I believe that a lot of this industry preys on insecurities, and males can be insecure as well. And I think what they do is they target those insecurities both from a male and female side, and it can be quite a corruptive, dark path, this world of seduction.
It is a fascinating look, which documentaries are. They give us a glimpse into a different culture or subcultures. Fascinating. This is your second showing coming up.
It's our third showing, which is on Saturday at the Isabel Beta Theatre at 3:15 p.m.
Thanks for coming on, everybody, to chat about it today.
Thank you for
Thank you
having
so
me.
much.
All right, you can catch the pickup game at the Hot Docs Canadian International Film Festival. Again, that happens on May the 4th.